day trading scanners. Trading scanners, swing trading scanners. When it comes down to it, there's only one that matters, and it's Trade Ideas. So Trade Ideas is a platform that allows you to basically build all types of different scanners, but also for anybody who's maybe a beginner or a novice trader, you can also have all of these pre-built. There's a lot of pre-built scanners. There's the AI, there's alerts, there's all of these things built into Trade Ideas platform, and there's actually a free chat room as well. But in general, let's talk about some of the things that I'm looking at with some of the updates and new things with Trade Ideas. We're going to talk about these different channels and all these like new scanners that I'm looking at for some swing trade ideas as well, and getting alerts from Holly for some entries and exits on some really good overall swing trades. So we're going to talk about it right here in this video. Trade Ideas, the ultimate day trading, swing trading, investing scanner system platform. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's just Trade Ideas. Let's talk about it right here in this video, so make sure you guys stay tuned. All right, so today we're looking at Trade Ideas in 2020. Now, Trade Ideas has been around for a long time. If you've ever seen any popular YouTube day trader, Twitter day trader, anybody in the day trading industry, I can pretty much guarantee that they are using Trade Ideas as a scanner. At the end of the day, you got to spend money to make money, and having the tools that allow you to have an advantage, knowing what stocks are popping up, what stocks are making big moves, and getting those alerts in real time and all of that is a major advantage. Also, Trade Ideas has a chat room you can check out as well. In general, let's talk about some of the new features. I don't really know if I would say they're new features, but there's some features that I'm kind of using nowadays and things that I'm looking at. Now, there's so many different ways that you can set up your platform, and you can really kind of dial in different scanners, and you can spend a lot of time customizing your overall scanning setup, what you're looking for, the parameters, the different setups, and things like that. But if you check out the channel bar, which is built inside of the Trade Ideas Pro AI, if you go in here and you go to the side, it'll say channel bar. Now, I've already got it pulled up over here. This is my channel bar, and it's basically going to give me all of these already set up. These are set up channels, and these are different types of layouts that have different types of scanners for different types of strategies, right? All right, so if you look over here, let's go through. Now, there's different types. Now, there's one called Account Builder, and that's going to basically look at different setups that we're trading, and I think more like a swing trade and the overall market now. And it'll pull up some of the winners, like PRTY was a big mover that was alerted here on the Account Builder. This stock went from $2 up there to $2.80 on Friday. And another thing that I do love about Trade Ideas as well is, so once I pull this up and I click on the ticker itself, it's going to populate onto the charts there. And then as well, I can go here and I can see right away. I can see how many shares are in the float. I can see the short float. I can see all that information right there, and I can also look at the news. I can see right there, Party City, right on the news, all the information. I can read through the news. I can pull it up just by clicking on it, and it'll pull up right there on the screen. So that's great to have, all right? That's just one of the many, many features. Another cool channel that I think I'm going to start really looking into here would be, what is it? There's one for Swing Ideas. So this is going to give you ideas from the AI, from Holly, that are going to give you swing trade ideas. Now, obviously, I'm not going to say that you should only be trading off of other people's ideas, but if you're using these scanners, it might give you an idea of what to look for. Maybe look at a stock that you haven't looked at before because you just haven't really thought to look at that. Like maybe it just wasn't something to look at. Maybe it wasn't a hot stock to trade. Now, if we go here, you can see GPRE was alerted to buy right there. I think it's $16. You probably can't see, but there's an arrow that was popped up on the chart for the buy, and it ended up pushing all the way to 17. So GPRE was a nice little trade there. I'm probably the worst at not really spending enough time going through and seeing all the different features. Trade Ideas is always coming out with new features that you can get for free. Once you start paying for the platform and they update the platform, when they have new features and things like that, they're not going to be like, hey, now you got to pay us more money for this feature. They're constantly coming out with new features, new setups, and always evolving and making the platform better. So here's a good one that was alerted, EXPI, back there in June. This was alerted to buy there at $15.48, and it ran all the way to $34. Now, this is based on the resistance cross strategy, and this was alerted, like I said, right there, the buy signal EXPI for the breakout long, and talking about the percentage, which is cool as well because it'll actually show you the percentage that these setups work out. And that's, I think that's pretty, just all that information. Again, here's one as well. Now, this was an alert that basically talked about this is an alert for the strategy called quarterback. There's a lot, like I said, there's a lot of different strategies you can go through here and kind of fine tune that based on your overall parameters. But you can see this alert went out there to buy there at $8.20 and it had a high up there at $15 here in August. So some pretty good swing trades alerted here on the platform. So a lot of people think that Trade Ideas is only for finding hot stocks, only for finding, the gappers, but there's really just so many utilities and so many uses out of this platform that just isn't talked about enough, I guess, is a good way to look at it. Like I said, you can go through here, you can figure out all these different strategies. I'm looking to see what else is popping off here for this strategy, this resistance cross. So here's another one, AAWW was alerted to buy there at 26.11, and you can see it pushed up there to 61.73. So that's a nice little win as well. So some nice movers, some nice momentum. This strategy here is called the Extreme Master Blaster. You've got one for Momo. You've got the low float winners and the overall price alerts as well for different stocks that you put out there. So again, you're getting information on the float and all that right there just by clicking on the actual ticker symbol. We'll see some other ones that are popping up. INFU popped up. This one popped up. Extreme volume, 52-week high on Friday, going from 12.33 up there to 14.40. So there's all of these different already laid out setups or different parameters based on different strategies. Like you have this one here called Squeeze Me, and this is giving us ideas for short squeezes, stocks that might have possible short squeeze setups. This here, AMC, that's one we've definitely seen a squeeze on. There's some pretty good overall setups here. And what I like too is it's going to give you kind of an overall like exit if you're for a swing trade. So it's going to basically identify like, hey, look at this support area. It's bouncing multiple times here at the $18.22 area, $18 area. So if you're in this as a swing trade, you should be looking for this support to hold. If it doesn't hold, then you should probably get out. If you're in that, if you bought in this consolidation area, it's basically identifying that $18 area as support. You should be looking closely at that. Another scanner called Enjoy the Show, which is talking about all the hot stocks that are popping up there. Another one to look at. We got one called Experts Only. This one's called Experts Only. Okay. This is talking about most unusual daily movers, volume radar, biggest bounce on losers. Got all these different setups. Really cool to kind of just go through here. FAMI was alerted. This one was a big mover on Friday, made a big move overall. So pretty interesting to see all these different predetermined layouts and things that are popping off. You've got the penny stock movers as well. If you're into penny stocks, it'll give you an alerts on penny stocks there. You got all these different setups, to check out and look at and all of that. Now, for me, I've already got my setup and I've already made videos about that. I'll put a link down below and you can see what setup I'm using. But right now, it's cool to kind of it's cool to look and see what, all these different setups. For me, I really think I'm going to start kind of keeping an eye on some of these swing ideas and focus in on, maybe buying some stocks for some swing trades and things like that based on different strategies that I'm going to kind of fine tune, and I'll let you guys know and update in the future. But I just want to put this video out there. A lot of people are always like, hey, I want to find hot stocks. I want a scanner. There's a reason that Trade Ideas is the most popular scanner on the market. Everyone's looking at it. Everyone's kind of looking at very similar setups and very similar strategies in terms of finding these hot stocks. And there's a reason, like I said, that most people that you see online, most people that you see trading are using Trade Ideas as a scanner. So for me, I've got breaking out on volume. I've got the new high breakout scanner. I've got the halted scanner, and I've got the gappers that I'm basically using every morning, my gapper scanner. And you can see there It'll give me information on what stocks are popping up. Same thing over here. I'm always kind of looking. I like this setup because I'm basically looking for stocks that are making new highs, stocks that are breaking out with volume, and then would always love to see a stock that's halted on, news and things like that. Right now, the market's closed, obviously, so we're not going to be getting any alerts coming through. But in general, I also want to set this up as well. I want to change this. You can configure all of these windows, all these strategies. You can configure all of these strategies. And like I said, there's all of these strategies already built. All right, you've got gainer strategies. They're going to show you the top percentage daily gainers. You've got the losers. You've got the volume. You got the volume leaders. You've got movers, basically showing the most consecutive up days, 15-minute up candles, other top lists, market leaders. There's so many different strategies. There's really just a lot of different strategies that you can set up and really dial in. I'm going to change my maximum float on this. I want like a maximum float. I'm going to just say 50 million. I want 50 million max. And that's going to make it a little bit cleaner, and I won't get so many alerts on the stocks. I won't see every stock that's gapping up or moving that has a huge float or things like that. So there it is. That's my overall setup. Like I said, I'm looking for new high breakout. I'm looking at the breaking out on volume. I've got the halted scanner as well. But don't be afraid to check out all of the channels that are built in. Very easy to go through there. You've got the AI. You've also got the paper trading as well, brokerage plus as well. And you can really spend some time and dial in and do all this. So this is, again, you can set up this for the paper trading here through the platform now, which is really cool to have. And you can see right now connected with the paper trading. So you can paper trade inside of Trade Ideas with the live data and all that as well, and test different strategies out and do all that right there. So there it is, Trade Ideas 2020, some new features. I would not sleep. I wouldn't sleep on the channel bar. I would not sleep on the channel bar. I would definitely check out some of these channels. You've got a lot of different cool channels to take a look at, and yeah, really kind of just broaden your horizon. Learn more about trading, baby. Learn more about Trade Ideas and all that fun stuff. Like I said, there's a link down in the description. There's a link down in the comments. Check it out. You can also get a discount if you use my name as a code. So there's a link and all the information down below. Talk to you guys later on.